Alright lads, so today continuing on with the new character showcases. A couple days ago we did showcase the brand new 9th anniversary renewed Mugetsu. Recommend you lads check it out if you haven't already done so. And well, these two characters, the next characters we are going to showcase on as cool and as exciting as, a Mugetsu remake, they still hold a special place in my heart, especially this now. If you are an OG, you know how impactful, how important this character was when she did release. For those that don't know, she was like the best support in the entire game. Support outside of epic raids, more so in co-op content, haven't really been that needed anymore because characters are just naturally significantly better. But like during the ancient days of Bleach Brave Souls, having a team heal like now, someone that was able to do actual good strong attack damage, and heal your team with that SA2 was actually very, very important in almost every co-op quest, especially when you are only bringing speed characters. Now it was almost a must. So as a veteran, although to be fair, I didn't really have her all too much when she was like super relevant, she still does hold a special place in my heart for nostalgic reasons more so. And I think it's very cool that they did decide to remake her with this new technique Parasol 2024 version of Nanao. And I really do like that she's very similar in the way to the old Nanao, as she always still does have a team heal, but in this case a more modernized team heal. In my opinion, a team heal SA2 isn't really that good anymore. I definitely do prefer to have it as an SA3, in this case a charge attack SA3. I think it's a charge attack. I'll check in the gameplay. Now, as a character, it's fairly simple. She is going to be your link slot farmer. If you want to farm links or potions to farm the most possible, having a character like her in your team is definitely going to be important, as she does have the soul trait speed links or potion +5. This means you can double down and turn any links or farmer into a +10 links or farmer, in some cases +15, and in case for Swimsuit Jushiro, who already has naturally +10 links or potions, you can use Nanao and also Momo as a link and get +20 links or potions just from one character alone. But despite her being a link for better value, because she does offer +5 links or potions, what I really do like is that naturally she also has an additional +5 links or potions, so by using her, you're naturally getting 10. And in my opinion, 10 links or potions is good enough. Like, sure, you can do 15, in some cases 20, but if I'm a Nanao fan, I just would rather use her. And that's the great part about it, you can use her. She's not like past links or potions soul traits where they're just better off being a link, because if you are using them, you're getting significantly less value. In her case though, you're still getting the standard +10 links or potions, +15 with the Momo link, and then you're also getting 30% more droplets. And that's just the best way to look at it, right? She's going to be a links or farmer, while also at the same time farming a decent amount of droplets. Now, where you best farm links or potions is, of course, in Inheritance Zone and Epic Raids, more so Epic Raids. And that's what I like about her, given that SA3 as a charge strong attack heal move, allowing to keep your team potentially at full stamina. But with that, she also has a very high damage output, since she was given Frenzy +2. Now, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, she's the first character, mid-month character, that isn't like a special 1000 Bloodwood character. Anniversary remake, Burn the Witch, for example, that was given Frenzy 2, so that's quite noteworthy. And alongside that, she does have a very high Berserker value, which gets further increased as she does have a 20% strong attack damage increase to technique attribute characters. She's a co-op character. You're gonna play with other technique characters, and naturally, you're giving them 20% more strong attack damage. And then finally, right, this skill was introduced near the end of 2022, with Beyond Resurrection Renewed Okiura, where the more characters of a certain affiliation in your team, the more damage you get. In this case, for every story put in your team, you get 10% more strong attack damage. And this counts for herself. I have Nanao on my team already, 2 Nanaos, so we are getting 20%, but this can go upwards to 60%. And what I think is special about this is that finally, we're seeing it for Storypers, right? Most of the characters in this game are Storypers. And since she is a links or farmer, you're very likely to come across other links or farmers like Nanao, where then everyone's just getting more damage output. So I really do like the way they built it in terms of DPS. It's not tied behind inflicting status limits. She doesn't need to be at full stamina. She doesn't want to do more damage to enemies not afflicted with an ailment. Overall, she's just doing damage. And again, maybe it's worth mentioning, because she is a technique story bar, if you do pair her, let's say in a lobby with Swimsuit Jushiro, you're both giving +10 links or potions, but then now it's also getting more damage when enemies are inflicted with status, because that's the team buff that Jushiro does give. So really, really cool character, good support, good damage output overall, and just works really well in the current climate for Brave Souls in co-op, like technique only, IZ, and also epic raids. With that said though, for today's showcase, we are going to be using the following builds: a fortification pill, an artisanal tea set, and of course also a lieutenant's badge, with the following links: Lisa, Aizen, and also Uryu, giving us a good mixture of recharge, full stamina, and also more strong attack damage only when at full stamina. For bonus abilities, I recommend giving a full stamina damage, and of course also weakened defense, because more likely you are going to use an epic raids, and weakened defense allows your team to do 30% more damage. Alright, so first up, let's take it into Carp Inheritance Zone, just to quickly demonstrate the character's strong attacks before it gets a bit too hectic when we have like a 6-man lobby, right? So Natsuring I actually do like. I will say I do like the whole aesthetic she has going for her. It's a whole like lantern theme. And I feel like Killer are doing a pretty good job with the PARASOL characters as of late. It seems to be their favorite seasonal banner because we've gotten lots of PARASOL banners in the last year and a half, right? Now, one thing I do love is that they did bring back the twirl. In this case, it looks a tad bit different, but I'm glad that she does have the twirl. It just feels special. I like it. So SA1 is going to be a pushback attack. Not the greatest SA1, to be honest, especially in epic grade content, but it's honestly just fine as is. It's not that big of a deal. Her SA2 is going to be a beam forward, so she has a very linear strong attack here. And keep in mind, I don't believe she was given Havoc. Not that big of a deal in epic grade content, but it is very linear, right? And in the SA3, if we press it, it does appear to not be a charge strong attack, actually. I thought it was. Not the case. I believe that's a first for Brave Souls to have a heal SA3. That isn't a charge. Don't correct me on that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not too sure. But it's very rare for us to see team heals on SA3s. In her case, though, it's not a charge attack. It's just a full screen. Has some nice visuals to it, too. Overall, still a good strong attack, right? So very simple strong attack here. And again, her damage output isn't tied behind certain... Well, it still is tied behind a certain requirement, that being stripers in your lobby, but that's probably the easiest requirement to ever have in any lobby. Especially as a Link's farmer, you're going to see plenty of her. It's kind of similar to Mila Rose, who's also very similar as an Aranka, where she gets stronger the more Arankas in your lobby. But a lot of times you also just have naturally Mila Rose in your lobby, right? So yeah, very linear gameplay, I will say. You're definitely going to notice quite a few strong attacks being missed here, at least when it comes to, you know, IZ. But I personally don't mind it. When I'm farming IZ personally, I do like to have characters with team heals or just some type of healing built into them so I can auto have an each time autoing. And it seems like that's going to be an overall good autoer. Mainly due to the fact that that SA3 is actually a team heal. Let's use our Soul Bomb though. Very simple Soul Bomb. But again, I like the aesthetic of it. It looks cool. And at this point, we've pretty much seen like every variation of a PARASOL character. You know, the last PARASOL banner that we did have with the Soripers, it was Autumn PARASOL. Then we had the Burn the Witch PARASOL. And then now this one, I don't even know what the theme of this PARASOL is, right? But it seems like this one with Nanao and also Shunsui, very cool empos, by the way. It seems to be more nighttime themed with the characters using lanterns. Really, really cool. In this case, we weren't trying to go for the fastest clear time. Don't really care about the clear time here. We're just trying to go for a clear. Just to quickly demonstrate the character's strong attacks. Honestly, plays semi-well. And in this case, by ourselves, we are getting 45 links of potions. And that's without times 2 drop rate. And also without getting other Nanaos in your lobby. If we had 3 more Nanaos, we would have gotten 75 links of potion, which is absolutely crazy to think about. And again, we can get it higher by using Momo links and of course also maybe using Jushiro instead of Nanao and then using this Nanao as a link. Now with that said, jumping into epic raids, if you really want to go the extra mile to ensure that you get Nanao, or more so to get Nanao to have a max damage potential, remember you can make it so only Serpers can join your lobby, and that way, we're guaranteed for Nanao to have that extra 60% strong attack damage increase. Now remember, Nanao as a character is having a 3 times damage output. She is a bonus for this current Awakened Epic Raid where I believe we have to do like 25+ million damage. The build is the exact same. In this case though, we are using these 3 familiars. Good Berserker, full stamina damage increase, and we also do get the shield damage so we can clear this raid even faster. In this case though, we didn't get a full Nanao lobby. That's honestly fine. Aizen is here to boost us, give us more stats, but most importantly, we do have 6 story per se, so all Nanaos, not just me, the other 4 Nanaos here are getting 60% more strong attack damage. So let's go ahead and use all our strong attacks, right? This can be the longest part of any epic raid right now. It's just quickly, or more so slowly going through this. Hopefully we can actually clear it. Seems to be slow. I'm not sure if anyone here has the pets on. Gonna have to use my SA3. Oh, that's kind of awkward, isn't it? That's kind of awkward. I don't think we can beat it. People need to have the pets on. Let's use the SA3. We're just going to break it. That took way too long, though. But I guess the good part is that now can actually heal yourself back up to full stamina if you are rocking any potential full stamina damage abilities. Let's use our Soul Bomb, though. That again is going to apply weaken defense. And look at the damage we're doing now. That's actually really, really good. Let's use the SA3. Look at that. Now, with that said, I think the run's dead. I don't think anyone in this lobby has enough pets or the correct pets for us to actually beat this. Let's find out, though. Just going to use my strong attacks whenever I can. The Frenzy 2 in this case is definitely going to help out, allowing us to have a bit more hits. Everyone's using their sword bombs. Can we do it? Very, very close. Ooh. Okay, we literally just beat it. That was super close. This is why in this current epic grade, you're gonna want to have the Renji Familiar or the Yoruichi one to give you more shield damage. This run literally would have been done in like less than 20 seconds time, but we're held back by the teammates not having the best familiars. Either way though, let's look at our potion gain. In this case, 50 across the board, and that wasn't even a full Nanao lobby. But at the same time, remember, we are also getting more droplets, right? 30% per Nanao. So it's a nice balance, right? You're focusing more so on the links or potion aspect, but you're also still getting a decent droplet increase, which makes her maybe more valuable to use also over someone like Jushiro, mainly due to the fact that she's giving you more droplets and Jushiro isn't. At the same time, I mean, I'm not in the case right now, but you might actually have it now because most of you pulled for Mugetsu, right? Most people did skip the swimsuit Jushiro banner. He has come back a few times since then, but it might be more expected that you have to now over someone like Jushiro, which honestly isn't a bad thing. She, I think, is the better option here. So remember, this isn't my account. I'm using my friend Blitz account. I'm going to put the Renji pet on just so we can get extra shield damage. I think her damage right now, especially as a 3x bonus, is like super overkill. So I don't think we need to have the extra like really good pets on. In this case, let's focus on getting through that first and final phase a lot faster. So using 2 Renji pets is definitely going to be the play here. And hopefully this time I don't have to use strong attacks. It definitely looks like we are deleting this a lot faster. There you go. That's way better. That's way better. And then in this case, I'm going to use my sub bomb. Again, apply weaken defense, then use that SA3. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Really, really good. Another Nanao sub bomb goes off. Do they apply weaken defense? It seems like they did. Let's flash step upwards. Use a couple of normal attack strings. SA1 did a decent amount of damage there. And now again, we're in the final phase. Super easy. SA2, might as well spam all our strong attacks when we can. Slowly but surely, but definitely faster this time around. We are getting through that final shield. In this case, 35 seconds. Obviously, right now, she's going to be like most ideal situation, given that she is a bonus character. But I think she's going to be, in general, like a really good character, especially if we possibly can get a Jushiro in the lobby to get that extra 40% damage to status afflicted enemies. Because that's just like an extra way to get even more damage. In this case, though, this time around, 60 pots in this run with 40 droplets across the board. In some runs, getting 50 droplets. Nice balance between the two. Overall, really liking this. This time around, though, I did make it only so Swordbus that have Links or Potion as a skill can join us. And look at this. 6 Nanaos in one lobby. That's 60 extra Links or Potions. Again, we could be getting more. I didn't actually check if any of them are using the Momo link. And I don't really care about Links or Potion soul traits, right? As a requirement. As long as you bring what I want, a Links or character, I'm perfectly happy as is. In this case, 6 Nanaos definitely does make me happy. So let's go into this quest and take down Renji. Although I do want to mention right now, actually, while we're at it, unfortunately, one Nanao has the seed here. But I will say that she's not perfect as an epic grade character. I think she's definitely better than most other characters designed for epic grade, but I really would wish Caleb would double down on epic grade farmers, right? If she had a better SA1, I'm not sure what they could have given her. But, you know, this attack in particular doesn't always get all the hits off, right? Because it is a range collision attack. At the same time, maybe like a debuff summon would have been actually really cool here. But once more, I think the biggest problem I have with this character right now is the killer that she does have. It being a stun meter killer, right now, there are 0 stun meter epic grades. So she's never going to have killer, which is kind of unfortunate. Again, not that big of a deal because her damage output's actually very good and consistent throughout all epic grades. But it would be nice for the occasional time to have killer. Unless in the future, somehow, some way, we do get a stun meter epic grades. And if that ever does come around, she's definitely going to be a lot more ideal to be used. In that case, though, let's have a look at the potion drop. How much did we get this time around? Should be in the 70s, right? Look at that. Close to 80. Close to 80 links or potions in one run under, what, 1 minute, 43 seconds time, and also 50 droplets. I think Nanao's definitely the best links or farmer when it comes to farming epic grades, especially right now where she is currently a bonus. Overall, you're getting lots of medals, links or potions, and also droplets. For our final run, though, while we don't have a full lobby of Nanao, that's honestly fine because, again, it's very easy to fulfill her requirement of getting 6 Swordbus in the lobby because there are a lot of really good Swordbus that are links or farmers, right? And I guess while we're at it during this run, it's probably also worth mentioning, kind of wasted my soul bomb here. We cleared that phase way faster than I actually expected to. But I believe also Chodro gives a damage buff here, so that's actually not too bad. There we go, look at that. Very, very easy. One thing that's actually special about Nanao is that the SA3, despite it being a ranged character, remember, if you don't already know, heal attacks and boost attacks are always classed as melee attacks. So for a character like this that is ranged, it'd be awkward because in Guild Quest, for example, that SA3 will be doing no damage. But in her case, Caleb actually made it a ranged attack. So if you do take it into the Stammer to Guild Quest, I don't think she can be like really good there, but she might be a decent character to use there if you lack options. All three of the character's strong attacks will be doing damage. So props to Caleb for finally listening to the community, at least for new character releases, and actually giving these characters all range attacks, even if she does have a heal attack on the SA3. You know, many times in the past, characters have been ruined because that SA2 or SA3 attack is classed as a melee when they are a ranged character. Prime example being Rukia. Luckily for us, Nanao does not have that problem. But then again, it's not that big of a deal because she's not really a Guild Quest character anyway. But still nice that they actually finally fixed it. Again, at least for new characters. In this run, though, this is even better. Despite us not having Nanaos, it looks like people in the lobby did have maybe a Nanao soul trait, or even Momo as a soul trait. Almost 90 links or potions. That's really, really cool. Super unfortunate we were literally 2 off. It would have been really cool to see 90. And then also 60 droplets across the board. That was a really good run. Really good run. And also, I believe, our fastest for the day in just under 31 seconds. But yeah, overall, I'm actually fairly happy with this character's existence. I think she's actually a really good Link's farmer for the technique attribute, right? I'm not always the biggest fan of characters getting remakes. I'd rather new characters get new designs. But in her case, Nanao doesn't really get that many characters to begin with. And as a veteran, this character, the original PARASOL NANAO, does hold a special place in my heart given how impactful she was on release. So it's really cool to see a character like that actually get remade and have a much better animation set, be a really good character too as a Link's farmer. I didn't realize it during the video, but she actually does have Havoc, so she's way better than I thought. And I also never realized that she has weakening on all her attacks except her SA3. So again, even better than I thought she was. Weakening is a really good stat element for epic raid content. Again, even in Inheritance Zone, right? But she's going to overall play as the support role for your team healer with the SA3, which again is classed as a range attack. So if you do take into Guild Quest, it will be doing damage. She has overall good range, at least on the SA2 and 3. Very easy to get her max damage potential, which isn't tied behind being a full stamina, inflicting stat elements. As long as you have full story bits in your lobby, which is very easily done, you have Frenzy +2 and I believe like 120% strong attack damage increase, which is actually really, really high, especially when you do consider the fact that she's increasing your droplet drop rate by 30% and overall your Link's potion drop rate by an additional 10. She also buffs your team's strong attack damage by 20%, heals them. Overall, very, very solid addition as a Link's farmer. If you are an Nanao fan, this character is for you. She's right up your alley, right? You get to use her, be a fun character, and also be a Link's farmer. So you're getting the best of both worlds. A fun character, and one that you want to use because she's actually a really good Link's farmer. And if you don't want to use her, well, you can get the value through her soul traits. Again, the only bad thing about her right now is the stun rate to kill her. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. Either way, hope you liked and enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.